At the UN, Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon was asked for his message to the people of Crimea should they go to vote in Sunday's controversial referendum.
What I'm concerned is that, as I said, there should be no such hasty and measures and decisions which may impact the sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity of Ukraine. That has been my consistent message in accordance with the Charter provisions.
Unsurprisingly, not a particularly clear answer. The Secretary-General is the servant of all the world's nations, and he knows this is an issue on which the most powerful countries, the permanent members of the Security Council, are in dispute. That dispute will be open for all the world to see in the coming hours. The Security Council has met 6 times in the last 2 weeks on Ukraine. When it meets again on Saturday, Western nations will push it to a vote. Russia will veto, but they hope China will not. The idea is to show that Moscow is now alone. Ukrainian diplomats continue to make every effort to show that the Russians are entirely in the wrong. They invited the chief rabbi of Ukraine to a news conference at the UN. There have been recent attacks against Jews, he said, but they have been suspiciously well organized.
It's an unbelievable information and propaganda campaign that's being waged against Ukraine. And we, the Jewish community, are being used, or I should say abused, with this propaganda. The Russians are coming to protect us. And it's hard for us to tell Russia, we don't want your protection.
Diplomats have been going about their normal work, but in the corridors here, the Lavrov-Kerry meeting was the top topic of conversation. What was seen as the last chance for diplomacy to stop the Crimea referendum has failed. Some things now are pretty clear. There'll be 2 votes in the next 2 days. One will be here at the Security Council, which Russia will veto. The other is that hastily convened referendum in Crimea on leaving Ukraine. Western sanctions will inevitably follow. The big question is how Russia will respond to that. This crisis could still escalate. James Bays, Al Jazeera, at the United Nations.